Well, Jim, so close to 3 points tonight. What happened at the end?
Like I said, I thought we started the second half a bit sluggish and we never took care of the ball. Kept giving it back to them, and we went through what looked like a ragged sort of 10 or 15 minutes, but I was asking the lads to get a hold of the ball, start being a bit more tidy with the ball. They'd mixed up the throw-ins, got the ball down, caused them a few problems, got crosses in, more set play, and I think at that stage we deserved to be in the lead. Yeah, it's disappointing in the nature of the goal because it emanates from a foul on Jimmy Ball,
halfway, yeah.
And he's adamant it's not, but I think he's the only one that thinks it wasn't a foul. Ball's come in and we've dealt with the first thing, and it looks like Daniel Powell's been fouled in the process of trying to clear the ball, and I was really disappointed that we didn't protect the back post again.
In terms of going forward though, you must be pleased. You've got 2 goals here where I think they've only conceded 7 all season, so I mean that's a decent return.
Yeah, and we have other chances. I mean, the first half we got some great crosses in. Obviously, and Kane was excellent tonight in terms of getting, quality balls in, whipped in hard and low. If players had picked off in front of people, I think we might have had a couple of easy goals from them. But I was really pleased with our threat. Fantastic opening goal, combination play. Obviously, we would demand Max to get a little bit tight and disturb the ball. He's disturbed it. Gary's picked up the ball. Kay's lovely touch. Jimmy's played a great through ball, and Danny's composure for the finish was brilliant. So a great opening goal. But disappointed there is because again we've picked up the ball in midfield and a really poor touch from I think Lewis Montrose, and all of a sudden then when you think you've got the opportunity to counter, you suddenly then 1-0. So disappointed with the nature of their goals a little bit, but when I step back and think about the 2 points we lost tonight, I just think to myself, we've played really well. There's a lot of positives about the group. We've got a good group of players and they worked really hard tonight. But as I said to them, it's good, and sometimes good is the enemy of great because you settle for good, and this group could be great, and but we need to be tidier, more efficient, and keep improving. And the stuff that we've added, keep it and add more, because we shouldn't be conceding the goals we're conceding.
Do you take some consolation from the fact that you've stopped the juggernaut of Tamworth? They were into the game tonight on the back of 5 successive wins, and their keeper for the second away game has been named the man of the match.
Yeah, that's a positive. I mean, like I said, Tamworth got a couple of players back. They've been very much unchanged. They're a force here. They like to mix the game up well. They know when to play the players up front and they know how to play it. So we've got a lot to learn in that regard. In terms of the real disappointing aspect tonight was our distribution from back to front. It doesn't need to be back to front. It should be back to middle to front or wide. And that side of it we need to improve on. But no, it's a really positive performance. I think anybody who came here tonight would, again, maybe feeling a little bit like Saturday, where, wow, we're going away thinking that was good. That was lots of that game were excellent, and it was a real joy to watch some of our players at the time. But how do we not pick up 3 points? And that's something that we need to start addressing and make sure that we turn good performances or large parts of games where we perform well and have a threat into wins.
You mentioned Kane Felix earlier on. Tell us a little bit about why you've brought him to the football club and about the decision to play him tonight. He's not had a training session, has he?
Well, I think if you don't know why we brought him in, John, we're in trouble, because we've, unfortunately we brought Adam Thomas in, who was player of the year at Hensford, right winger. Got a good outlet aerially, and also he's got an excellent rangy run on him and cross. He's been injured, and then the next one in line, the development players, Adam Etches, and to be fair, we've asked John Marsden, Jimmy Ball, Sam Minahan all to play in that role, and it's unfair on them a little bit because they want to be in different positions, maybe playing the game slightly different. So it's something we've been crying out for. We brought James Super in, and he was nice and bright. Unfortunately, he picked up an illness, and when a player of the pace and ability of Kane comes along, then it's a fantastic opportunity for us. And I just thought the team today had much better balance. We had a real threat down the right, and we created opportunities. Kane even could have got himself a goal getting in behind off a breaking ball. So we're really pleased with his contribution. I'm really looking forward to it because he's got something, and I think there's a little bit of coaching to be done, because I think when the opposition start closing his space down and make it difficult for him to get at them, then he's got to have a little bit. But I'm looking forward to helping him with that. But if we can release him on the back four or the space behind him, then we've got a real threat.
I think he got 2 crosses in the first 3 minutes. I mean, he made an impact right from the first whistle.
Yeah, and that's where you want players with a little bit of nous to say, well, just give it to the lad, keep getting it to the lad. The fullback got tighter and tighter, and like I said, I think he removed himself from the game pretty sharpish in the second half. Andy's a fantastic coach, and you can see the little bits that they tweak to stop our threats and also to give themselves a foothold in the game. And it would have been pleased the way they started, but I was really pleased the way we responded and got ourselves into the game and got the lead. And like I said, they're pleased to get a point out of it, but like I said, I don't know if that's a fair result based upon the chances. But again, I'm just disappointed with the result, but really pleased with the potential that's there.
Did you like the pitch?
Yeah, I think it played quite well. I think initially we had a couple of players slip, but no, it's a very consistent foot. You know, we were talking about our pitch last week where there was a bit of a bobble on a back pass and Ben spooned it up in the air. So you get a consistency. You'd have to ask the players. I think they've got it in the head that it's a wearer down of joints, but I think it's a very consistent performance. I think it's re-energised Tamworth in terms of the finances it can provide. In terms of the money that they're generating from it, they've got a consistent service to train on. They've got a consistent pitch every week. Games are on. There's a lot of positives about it. I know it's not something for the league, but when I was manager at Dundalk, we had 37 away games because we put the first pitch down in Ireland, and now Dundalk are talking about ripping up their pitch now because they've been successive champions and in the Europa League. The pitch has probably helped them find the finances to get themselves at the right end of the league. So it's something to be considered that, on a strategic level. I'm a purist and I like the grass, but when the grass is well maintained and a good service. But no, there was no complaints about the pitch, like I said, and I thought it was quite an entertaining game for those watching.
Just finally, FA Trophy, I know Kane's available for that. What's your view of the competition? Are you going to field as strong a side as is possible? Are you taking it seriously as well?
Well, I don't know if anybody in the past hasn't. If you know me, the Cheshire Senior Cup, we put out our strongest side. Every game's important. We do have the potential within our squad to freshen things up, but we could have freshened things up tonight. But because Kay's done great tonight when you consider that he's played the previous games and he's been brilliant, but he wanted to play tonight. And if I asked everyone in that room that's got the shirt at the moment, do you want to play on Saturday? And I think I'll get everybody wanting to play. I am respectful to the other lads, but they shouldn't get it because by default they should get it by design and application. We might change one of 2 things if players are feeling a bit stiff. We've got a few knocks and a few issues, but no, it's a competition we want to do well in. I think you start looking at the FA Trophy and it doesn't have the glamour of the FA Cup, but once you start winning a couple of games, everybody's opinion changes, and like I said, it's a competition we want to do well. You can provide finances, you can build confidence, and it's something that we want to enjoy and move forward by winning.
Brilliant. Thanks for your time.
You're welcome.